Mais so we will start where we stopped last time. On va continuer là où on s'arrêtait la dernière fois. Meaning, we were in the halacha, halacha 7, I think. Yeah. We have to finish halacha 7. We finish the halacha 7. We were talking about the milk. On parlait du lait. And the way the milk is produced, et comment le lait il est produit, and how Jew, comment un juif doit faire attention, to be careful about the milk which have been produced with non-kosher animal, or even not to have any profit from that kind of milk. All this, I invite you to see the previous limud we did on the Talmud Yerushalmi. So just we continue now, we get information, and after we will build. Je vais traduire en français ce que Rabbi Nathan va lire. Quel Rabbi Nathan? We are, I think, the Gemara give scriptural sources.
The Gemara, I just
on the right side. Where you put your, yes, yeah. The Gemara gives.
Okay. The Gemara gives the scriptural source for this severe punishment. For one who transgresses the word of the sages.
Yeah, go.
This is based on the verse. And he who breaks it down the wall will be bitten by a snake. The Gemara cites a writer that alludes it to another stringency of the words of the Sopherim, or that the words of the Torah. Rabbi Ishmael taught in Baraita, the word of the Torah contain prohibited matters and the permitted matters. They have leniencies and the stringencies.
Donc il dit quoi? Il dit il y a une posture très très dure quand on conteste la parole des sages. C'est l'image, elle est que là-bas, tu seras mordu par un serpent. Il dit comprendre la Torah, c'est pas si il y a des choses qui sont permises, des choses qui sont prohibées, et tout ça doit être fait d'une certaine manière, une certaine logique. Shalom Rabbi Shimon. Shalom Rajbi.
Shalom, shalom Rabbi.
Shalom. Quel Rabbi Nathan?
But the word of the Sopherim are all stringent. The Gemara explains the aspect of stringency of the words of the Sopherim over the explicit word of the Torah to which Rabbi Ishmael is referring. For we learned elsewhere in a Mishnah regarding the laws of a rebellious sage. If a sage states, there is no commandment of tefillin, thus issuing a ruling that serves to violate the explicit words of the Torah, he is exempt from death penalty. But if he states there are 5 components to the tefillin rather than 4, thus issuing a ruling that he serves to add to the words of the Sopherim, he who explained the Torah is requiring 4 compartments is liable to the death penalty.
Donc il dit, en résumé, il faut faire attention à ne pas rajouter ce qui est défini par les sages. Ça veut dire que quand la Torah dit, on va dire que si la Torah affirme, il prend l'exemple de, excusez-moi, il prend l'exemple de dire il n'y a pas de commandement de tefillin. Il dit c'est pire de dire que les tefillin doivent être faites avec 5 compartiments que de dire que les tefillin ne sont pas une loi. On va essayer de comprendre pourquoi. Okay.
In a similar vein, The Gemara records a comparison between the words of the sage and those of the prophet. Rabbi Hanina, the son of Rabbi Idi, said, in the name of Rabbi Tanchum, the son of Rabbi Chia, the word of the elders, that is the sages, are more stringent than the words of the prophet.
We read it last.
Yes.
We read it twice. That's all I knew. I think we finished.
I think we finished this.
We finished de la fin. Go to the next picture. Next page, yeah. Read it. The ensuing segment, Yerushalmi is...
The issuing segment of Yerushalmi is a repetition of Yerushalmi Avodah.
Okay, go there. Yeah.
Is it there?
Yeah.
Okay. Rabbi Yaakov Bar Acha said in the name of Rabbi Shimon Bar Bo, in the name of Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi, Rabbi Meir prohibits the cheese of the Syriaki of idolater for benefit.
Donc, Rabbi Meir, il interdit le fromage d'idolâtre. Okay.
Because most of
Même pour le bénéfice. Yes.
Because most of the cows, they were slaughtered for the sake of idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
The Gemara comments on the explanation. Rabbi Yochanan had Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi's reason for Rabbi Meir's ruling. And they said, my master, Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi, taught us well, when one is slaughtered, an animal as an offering for an idol, even its waste is prohibited for benefit. What is it? For when one slaughters an animal as an offering for an idol, even its waste is prohibited for benefit.
Rabbi Meir, il dit, à partir du moment où un animal avait été consacré à l'idolâtrie, même ses détritus, ses déchets sont considérés, sont interdits. So we are in a generation where we are in the world of consumption. We eat, we drink, we have things which come from all over the world. You have your wheat is from Ukraine, your beef is from Brazil, your water is from Norway. Tu as le monde entier te fournit à manger. Ton blé vient d'Ukraine, ta viande vient du Brésil, tes noms viennent de Norvège. Let's talk about the aspect of cheese, which is basically from animals. How do you know? How do we know? Comment on sait réellement que ces animaux-là qui ont été, entre guillemets, tués pour pouvoir avoir leur lait, qui ont été utilisés pour avoir leur lait et faire le fromage, n'ont pas fait sur un bien idolâtre? People will say, no, there is no idolatry. There is no specific religion. People can be agriculture and say, no, I'm not religious at all. Il y a des gens qui vont dire, non, il n'y a pas de religion. Tu peux être un agriculteur qui est athée. I'm not a believer. Sorry, not being a believer is a belief. Ne pas croire que Dieu existe, c'est une croyance. Believing in the power of the economy, meaning that if I have this cow, I take the milk, I must sort of earn 6 months, and I will have incomes, and that incomes will help me to buy a house. It's a belief. You believe in the power of economy. And we know that the power of economy in our Torah is called mammon. Donc, on sait que même si tu es, entre guillemets, pas croyant, mais que tu crois que en ayant une vache, que tu vas prendre le lait pour faire le fromage et que dans 6 mois, tu vas la tuer pour en faire de la viande, et ça te fera une autre d'argent qui te permettra d'acheter ça. C'est des croyances que tu construis qui sont basées sur quoi? Sur la confiance que tu donnes au système économique. Le système économique aujourd'hui, on a foi en ça. Donc, on n'est pas sorti de l'auberge. So the story is not so easy. Ken?
Well, present an inquiry. Rabbi Yochanan inquired. If one found a ring in the stomach of an idolatrous offering, will it too be treated as the waste of an idolatrous offering and then be prohibited for benefit as well?
Continue.
The Gemara answers. Rabbi Yossi said, the ring remains in its original state, where it is waste is part of the animal's body.
We read it also.
We read it.
Who would remove this mark?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's strange. On a lu ça aussi.
Who removed this mark? You put it here.
So look what we're gonna do. Read the last page, and we start the halacha 8. Show me 8. Yeah. We're gonna start the Mishnah 8 just.
You read that, I remember.
Oh, it should work. Okay. You just finished you read from here. Here, this and 8. Okay. Sorry to leave you. Yes.
It's all right. The Gemara continues with this theme of not divulging Torah knowledge in certain situations, especially with regard to young students. I remember.
Yeah. That's why we read like this, and after we continue.
Should I continue?
Yeah.
Rabbi Shimon ben Chalufusa said, in the name of Rabbi Haggai, in the name of Rabbi Ishmael Bar Nachaman. The verse states, lambs for your clothing, and the value of field, he goes. The word kevasim is written, which can be read as kevasim, lambs.
Mm-hmm.
And the kevasim is, and as kevasim, suppression. How so? That is, how do we expand both readings? As follows. When your students are young, kevasim, you are to suppress from them the secret of the words of the Torah.
Mm-hmm.
But when they mature into he-goats, reveal for them the secret of the Torah. The Gemara records a similar exposition, and this exposition supports what Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai taught in a Baraita. The verse states, and these are the ordinances that you shall place before them. Just as this treasure is hidden and not revealed to anyone, so too you are not permitted to delve into the depths of the word of the Torah, but before people who are fitted to receive such knowledge. That is, people who are appropriated to, people who appreciate the Torah and who honor it.
So now what's happened? We read it already. On l'a déjà lu ça. Il parle du fait de ne pas révéler des choses de Torah à des personnes qui ne sont pas aptes à les entendre. We have to be careful not to say some deep understanding to people who are not ready for that. So we stopped this on that point last time. On s'est arrêté là la dernière fois. But let's see it in a deeper way, connected to the halacha 8. On va essayer de voir de manière plus profonde et connecté à la halacha 8. So what's the connection? We are in the halacha talking about the milk, about the cheese. On est dans la halacha qui parle du lait, qui parle du fromage. my first question is how we can, my first question and the beginning of answer, why this and that are connected now? Pourquoi ça et ça c'est connecté là? For sure, they want to bring us in a certain way. Which way? Shavuot. How? Because Shavuot is the only moment when the sage tell you have to eat halavi. Parce que Shavuot, c'est le seul moment où il y a, peu importe qui tu es, il y a une certaine forme d'obligation de manger des produits lactés. To eat dairy. The question is, why? Why on Shavuot, we have that commandment? Pourquoi sur Shavuot, on a ce commandement-là? Because if we don't go on Shavuot, there's many explanations, maybe Drashim can do. But we have to make it simple here. We have sod of Torah and cheese and milk. So the first thing, if you play a game and someone say to you 2 words, Torah, milk, what do you answer? Shavuot. Si tu fais un jeu avec quelqu'un, il te dit, OK, Torah et produits lactés, tu dois dire quoi? Shavuot. This is the moment that the kids love that because in the morning they will have some ice cream, or des glaces, produits lactés. This is the first statement. Why we need to have our Torah connecting this day of Shavuot to dairy, to milk. Pourquoi on doit avoir la Torah qui connaît cette Torah de Shavuot à la dimension milk, à la dimension lait? Après, il dit comme ça, il say like this. Keep this in mind, the question, c'est la question. Let's go to the next Mishnah, which is Halacha 8.
Halacha 8. The Mishnah, after listing items of idolaters that are prohibited for all types of benefit, the Tana list item of idolaters that are prohibited only to be eaten. This item of idolaters are prohibited, but their prohibition is not a prohibition against having benefit from them, only against eating them. Milk that an idolater milked without a Jew seeing him, they are bread in the oil, and they are cooked food.
Yeah.
The Mishnah comments, Rabbi and his court later reversed this decree prohibiting oil, and they permitted oil of idolaters.
So, what does he say? Il dit quoi? Il dit, il y a des choses qui sont interdites. Après ce qu'on a vu dans la Chasset, il dit, il y a des choses qui sont interdites quand elles viennent d'idolâtres, mais ils sont interdits seulement de bénéfices. Il dit, par exemple, le milk, le lait, pardon, qu'un idolâtre a fait sans que le juif le voie. So meaning, if you have milk which have been put in the continents, tu as du lait qui a été mis dans un contenant et le juif n'a pas vu, a Jew cannot make benefits from it. Un juif ne peut pas faire de bénéfice de ça. Après, il rajoute quoi? On parle aussi du pain huileux, c'est-à-dire qu'il y a un pain qui fond, c'est les pains qui font frire. Je crois au Maghreb, ils appellent ça le makhlout. Le Maghreb, ils call it makhlout. Bread, basically, bread and their oil. Donc, le pain et leur huile. Et aussi leur nourriture cuisinée. So my first question, oil? De l'huile? L'huile d'un non-juif, on ne peut pas avoir de bénéfice dessus? You knew that? Vous saviez ça?
Oil.
Oil.
I didn't know.
See?
I did not know that.
Always we talk about milk. On parle toujours du lait. But even on the milk, même sur le lait, what do we say? We only focus on the fact of not eating. On s'arrête seulement sur le fait de ne pas manger. How do I know? It's simple. You can go in some stores in Israel. You'll have halav nochi. You have non-Jew milk, no shamur. What is the Makolet doing? The Makolet belongs to a Jew. He's selling it. Il le vend. What is he doing? Profit. Il fait du profit. Selon la halakha dans Yerushalmi, assour. On va to la halakha dans Yerushalmi, assour. After, we have the bread. Après, il y a le pain. After, no, halakha say, when they live in the Chutz Laaretz, you have to help them. Bread is necessary for life. So, only the 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. Don't buy your bread. But this is discussion. But what's in the Mishnah properly? At the beginning, it's bread also, don't touch. Le pain aussi ne touche pas. And after he had oil, rajoute l'huile. Where cooked food, it's normal. Oil, l'huile. That's it, Ken.
The Mishnah continues. It's a list of items of an idolater that are prohibited only for eating. Pickled foods. They are the type into which idolaters typically put wine or vinegar, minced taris, fish brine that does not have in it a fish. The hilak, a granule or hiltis, and shulkanaris, salt. Shulkanaris, salt.
You can see the notes.
Okay.
See the notes, all the things.
Okay.
Yes, what are they?
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. These are prohibited, but their prohibition is not a prohibition against having benefit from them, only against eating them.
So Kalvachomer, if I cannot eat,
Yeah.
I cannot have benefits. It's
Yes. Okay. Number 19.
You have see what is first of all, what is pickled food, tout ce qui est à base de vinaigre. Ça, c'est les choses qui sont interdites à manger. Mais quand c'est interdit à manger, c'est automatique, c'est interdit à un profit. On a vu ça dans les dernières halachot. So, what is 13? Minced taris.
13.
Yeah, 13.
Taris is a species of small kosher fish that is salted and eaten.
Ça, c'est comme les... comment ça s'appelle? It's like sometimes the Italian may put it on pizza. On choix, on choice.
Anchovies.
Yes.
The sage prohibited eating an idolatrous minced taris because it becomes unrecognizable when minced. And there is thus the concern that it is the minced flesh of a non-kosher fish species.
So be careful. Because when it's cut, you cannot know what was the origin. Fish can. 40. What is tzir?
Tzir, which
Fish
we,
bread.
eh?
Yeah.
Tzir, which we have translated as a fish brine, is the juice that it comes out of fish when salted. Oh. Brine, fish brine. It's not meat.
After 50.
The text of the Mishnah that appears in the standard Mishnayot and in Bavli reads fish brine that does not have a kilbis, fish, swimming in it. Rashi explained that the kilbis is an aquatic creature, itself non-kosher, which develops in a brine derived only from kosher fish. It cannot exist if any brine of non-kosher fish is present. Therefore, if a fish brine does not contain kilbis, we do not know whether the brine is from a kosher fish or not. As such, it may not be eaten due to the possibility that it contains the brine of non-kosher fish. Other Rishonim.
Let's stop it. So basically, we understand, on comprend ce que le problème, c'est qu'en fait, c'est une forme de concoction. On ne va pas savoir si l'origine du poisson qui va être utilisé sera cachère ou pas. Next, which is the shilak.
Oh, 15.
16, well, I jumped. 16.
Here, not much more comment.
No,
oh, there's 16b for the bet. No, Shlak is only 16.
But that's 16.
That 16?
so let's jump. 17.
When an idolater uses his knife for non-kosher food, for example, to cut hot non-kosher meat, it absorbs the flavor of that meat. When the idolater then goes and chops the chilitis with the same knife that he used to cut non-kosher food, the sharp tasting chilitis draws out the non-kosher flavor from the knife, and prohibits the chilitis. Furthermore, it prohibits the chilitis even if 24 hours have passed from the time that the night was used for non-kosher food. Although we normally say that the flavor that was absorbed in a utensil has a bad taste once 24 hours have passed from the time that it was absorbed, and they can no longer prohibit the food into which it is absorbed. The sharpness of the chilitis renews the forbidden taste, and it is therefore forbidden.
18. Yes, 18. Sluknaris.
Yeah.
18. Sluknaris.
This salt was eaten by the members of the Roman upper class. The Gemara 17.
That's something. So basically, what's happened is it starts in the first part of the Mishnah. Première partie de la Mishnah parle de lait, de pain, d'huile et d'aliments cuisinés par des non-juifs que le juif n'a pas vu. The first part of the Mishnah is talking about food, cooked food, oil, bread, and milk that have been made by non-Jews that the eyes of the Jews have not seen. And after, the second part is talking about different kind of fishes. Troisième partie, deuxième partie de ce Mishnah, elle parle de différentes choses de poissons. So is there anything you understand by yourself with the text? Est-ce qu'il y a certaines choses que vous comprenez de vous-même avec ces deux textes? Before we start to study. On commence à étudier. Rabbi Elazar, shalom, Rabbi Elisheva, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, shalom. So any idea? What are we talking about here? What's the connection between you seeing the food being cooked or not, and the fact that that food can be eaten by you? In my Gemara, it's like this. So why we need to be seen, to see them cooking? Qu'on a besoin de les voir cuisiner. Rosheshim, Shema, Irev, Sham, Chalav, Behemat, Mea. It's because about the milk, why we need to see it, we have to be sure that no non-kosher milk have been mixed with the milk which will be used to do all the cheese or the milk. We need to see in order to be sure that they respect the rules. וזה נקרא חלב עקום. ואם ישראל רואה אותו, נקרא חלב ישראל. So what is חלב עקום? Hein? Exactement. חלב עקום, הלכה, חלב עקום, it's milk, cheese, done away from the eyes of a Jew. From the eyes of an Ben Israel.
I have a question, Rav.
Yes.
For example, this milk, they goes to big machines, right?
Yeah.
They go to big machine, factory machine, and these machines that, that's make on acier and stuff like that, most likely were made by a non-Jew. How do you you purify that keli itself, but the milk goes under before it goes into a gallon?
So many people who are very strict in terms of kashrut, they even don't know how people give to some factory the stamp of Halal Israel. You want to say it's a big problem. But keep now in mind, sachet, halacha, what is Chalav Akum? It's Chalav which is basically have been made under the supervision of an idolater. C'est du lait ou du fromage qui a été fait que par la supervision d'un idolâtre. And he said, when the Bnei Israel are seeing it, it's called Chalav Israel. What is Chalav Israel? It's not about seeing the step, Chalav Israel. Chalav Israel is that Ben Israel have seen all the process of production of that milk. Il faut que un Ben Israël il ait vu tout le processus de production de ce lait-là. So please study him. Don't be lazy. Soyez pas fainéants.
Milk. Some people was discussing the other day about the milk. There is milk not produced in Israel.
All the milk we have now are not produced here. Most of them, because all the company of milk in Israel have been bought by the Chinese.
That's why the discussion says, well, everybody buying milk.
But that's milk you have, according to the laws here, selon les lois ici, you have no guarantee that the milk you are drinking is really respecting all the kosher standards of Gemara. Because if I ask you the milk you buy in the supermarket here, how do you know? You say, where is the stamp? I say, well, who told you that the stamp has been done in the proper way?
Oh, this was the discussion. Everybody buys, you still discuss it. But they don't do with Chinese milk.
Same thing with all the Kinder, Mars, Snickers, Ferrero Rocher, all this. The milk is not under the supervision of Ben Israel. Le lait n'est pas sous supervision de Ben Israel. People eat, but it's in halacha. It's in halacha.
So the milk that I go there is not Israeli.
You will see a stamp on it telling you Halav Israel.
Yeah.
But like Rabbi Zohar, you don't know.
No.
And in the world of economy, profit, economy, to bring the expense down and to have big profits, who tells you that all the laws will be respected without judging anybody? I personally don't trust.
So, finish with milk.
You know me, I'm never like the shpa. I never say finish, don't finish.
Yeah.
I give to you elements in your hands. Je vous donne des éléments dans votre main to bring you to a level of being very responsible about the behavior you build in your consumption of this crazy world of consumption. Je vous donne des éléments. Après, c'est à vous d'être adulte. But don't be surprised if that kind of nutrition brings to you problems with your breathing, problems with your pulse, problems with your teeth. Because some things you eat destroy your teeth. Why? You never ask yourself why? Certain people, they have teeth. We all have uncles, some of us in Africa. The guy is old, but the teeth are very solid. Here you are 40, you see your teeth start to move by themselves. How come? The food.
I think that's the point that you find us we're talking about the world of driven by profit making. When my repentance warned us long time ago, not to be deceived by what you see. So that the certificate and
Even the certificate stamp there.
It's a business. It's a business, Benjamin. Just look at the people. People, they are barely 40. They achieve the age of 40, they arrivent à 40 ans, they have no teeth. And they are vegan. So what's happened? It's the food. They arrive at the age of 30, 33, problem with the heart, cardiac problem. How come? You come here, you see, you go take a shawarma. Okay. Where you know where the meat come from? You trust?
No, I don't eat shawarma.
okay,
Okay, you eat fish. Yeah, we have all fish part also. You eat fish, you eat fish and cheese, right? How do you know?
We sell fish, and it's important. It's imported from China. But Rabbi Pinchas, if you take this fish on the sun, out of the refrigerator, for few hours, you find that after it has melted, it's not fish. It's just like cottons.
Yeah.
Cotton turned into.
Telling you, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, fish and chips here. You remind me, fish I will eat, and it was.
That's what I say. We are lazy. We see, we know that there's problem. On voit, on sait qu'il y a des problèmes. And what's happened? We eat.
Yeah, I eat this. I trust. But
What the Gemara is telling you, they get you. You sorry. Why? Because it's written. You know that there's problem, but what can we do? We eat.
Do you hear about the salmonella problem now?
Yeah.
Elite. Elite, one of the biggest brands in Israel. You know, Elite chocolates and everything. So it's
Kids died. There's an infection in chocolate. Salmonella, it's called that infection.
that's from Moab told me that's from meat. You get it from fish or meat.
Vous savez? Tous les problèmes
Ouais.
que vous avez en France, là, Rabbanit, Emouna et Cécilia, avec les Kinder qu'ils ont découvert la salmonelle. On est dedans, we are in. And you have in France some list telling you this is not Halav Israel, but permit, it's in the list. What? C'est pas Halav Israel, c'est permis, c'est sur la liste.
which kind of milk? The goat milk.
The best is take vegetal milks. Like this, you have no problem. Soya milks, coconut milk, almond milks, pas des végétaux. De soja, d'amande, tout ça. Because when it's come from animals, you have problem behind. Quand ça vient de lait d'animal, tu sais qu'il y a un problème. La Gemara, elle est compliquée ici. It's complicated.
J'avais une discussion à Strasbourg sur ce sujet, justement, le produit laitier, pour ceux qui prennent les mêmes si ce n'est pas écrit, justement, c'est pas un lait d'Israël, disent que comme le pays est très strict par rapport au mélange, n'importe quel mélange, et que justement, parce que ça implique la santé, donc du coup, ils vont être très actifs dans le.
Donc en fait, ils font confiance à un pays qui a enfermé tout son pays pendant le Covid et la santé.
Et il rajoute que aussi on peut substituer la présence d'un juif par les caméras parce que quand il sait qu'il y a une caméra.
Donc en fait maintenant le goy il a peur de la caméra. Je crois qu'on n'a jamais vu
Voilà,
on n'a jamais vu de cambriolage avec une caméra. Hein. D'accord, c'est vrai. C'est vrai que la caméra dissuade les gens. D'accord. Ah, ça c'est fainéantise.
You know the problem with Sweden, the bread is made with blood. I told you.
Yeah, tell me.
Who checked this? It's a rabbi food here.
Guten Appetit.
I told people in Sweden, they said, nah, it's impossible.
Ingestion of food contamination by animal feces or by human feces, such as by a food server worker at a commercial eatery.
So be careful about the milk. Don't think that because how they get you, comment vous ont eu, it's like this. They bring you to think that standards of life come with variety of food. Right? Ils vous emmènent à dire que le standard de vie, ça vient avec la nourriture variée. And this brought Jews to think that if you are a Jew of standard, you have to be plenty. Right? Ça amène les Juifs à penser que quoi? Si tu es un Juif de haut niveau, ton frigo doit être plein. Sorry. I will not even take the big tape. You will say, no, they are huge. If I see my father, all his life, he had eat around 3 or 4 meals the same all his life. I will eat chicken with rice, or rice with beets, or épinard. What is épinard? You know, some green vegetables cooked in the oil. So with that, he ate this all his life.
Spinach.
Yeah. You done in a real way.
Yes.
He did this all his life. All his life. And they brought you, he vous amène à vous de penser que non, I have to say, no, one day I eat that steak in Dubai. Another day I eat that ice in Italia. Another day I eat that crazy sushi in Japan. And you want variety, but plenty fridge. I'm not saying that it's not good to have the choice. I just say be careful about the logical of consumption. Be faithful about what you eat. Don't change your alimentation, your nutrition like this. Soyez très fidèle à ce que vous mangez, ne changez pas comme ça.
You notice most successful athletes and very successful people,
They eat the same thing every time.
they eat the same, they have a regimen.
Yeah, it's known.
They eat the same thing. Variety is the worst. If you want to lose weight or be hypothetically.
My mother never make such a balagan for us life with food. Every day, rice. What do you want to say? Pastor, and now we have to bring quinoa. Now we have to bring, leave me. Rice, eat it. We know it's good for you. And good day, you have meat. Normal day, you have meat. That's it. You have 8, yes. You're good shape, yes.
He also applied this to like fast food. You said about oil. All the fast food, a lot of the stuff.
All the fast food, all the things. If you see, it's all about variety. He says, you are even you enter in the restaurant. It's because you will see amazing different type of pictures that you will start to have saliva in your mouth.
Yes.
C'est parce que tu vas avoir différentes sortes de photos, tu vas commencer à avoir la salive. If you enter in a restaurant, seeing just one picture of one plate, what will happen? You will not go. If the guy says, no, here I only sell kube and bread. The guy said, no, how to bring to you to eat this kube. Go.
Even the highest chief, they say, when you go to the restaurant and you see that the menu is really simple, you know that all the things that they do before is fresh. And
yes.
They are specifically doing this.
Exactly.
After and so many
big problem.
Be careful. It will not be.
The highest level of restaurant, you go there, you have 2 or maximum 3 kind of meal. That's it.
That's why the big restaurants, they have small quantities. They don't have big quantities. No, high-end restaurants.
That's another question.
Yeah.
Let's talk about just the quality. You say you have not enough variety. You go ahead, you will eat a good salmon there. You make 2 kind of fish, salmon and sea bass.
Yesterday you saw me there.
Yeah, with Rabbi Shlomo.
Yeah, I had a discussion with people there in the restaurant. They laughed at me. God was so beautiful. They asked me, good? Well, the service is good, but the food.
Yeah, but we said in the beginning of the Gemara is 3 things. We said bread, oil, and cheese. A lot of the oil today kill people.
Cholesterol, yeah.
Yeah, kills people. A lot of the restaurants today use olive oil from here.
It's not only restaurant. The
Okay,
oil is also in the candies.
Yeah.
It's also in your milk. It's also in your sugar.
Yeah.
You see the plate. I see it everywhere.
Mm.
Also the candies.
Mm.
It's very oily. But the guy, I like the guy. He's on, I think he's on Instagram. He's obsessed by two things. Everything he takes, he zoom on it with a microscope. And you see things, wow. Sometimes you take the candies, start to zoom. And you see in the deep side of the candy, you see a worm moving like this.
Yeah.
Anytime you eat, or sometimes you do, you take something and you put it, I think, on the box with some temperature, you bring it to rotten fast. And you see when it starts to be changed, it became something. Say, what's up? What is all that oil? It's only sugar. It's only this. So now let's see the stuff behind and we will be finished. Donc c'est quoi le secret derrière tout ça? Why the sage are talking from two halachot about that nutrition? Pourquoi le sage il parle de ça? And what we saw before, it was about the secret of Torah, not to pass it to anybody. On a vu les choses par rapport à la Torah, de ne pas les passer aux gens qui ne sont pas aptes. What's happened today? Most of the people, when they hear one secret, what they do? They go and share. Qu'est-ce qu'ils font les gens? Je leur dis, je te donne un secret de Torah. Qu'est-ce qu'ils font? Ils vont partager. Alors, they post it on Facebook. We say, no, this is the limud you can share. Ça, c'est le limud que tu peux partager. But this is the secret. Keep it for you. They share. Why? They have no power to hold silence. Ils partagent. No one can hold. To who you can say secret now? À qui tu peux dire un secret maintenant? For example, yesterday afternoon, we saw very deep limud. But because we are a small group now, you see that it's easy to share. You keep it for you. Maybe for a few weeks, people will share. No, it's unique. But this brings you to be punished. And the Torah we study here, every day in the afternoon, you're in that situation. You have to know now, okay, am I allowed to share? Because we are not talking about halacha, talking about deep concept connected to Aitzah and Toshia, what we saw yesterday morning, which is not Bina. Bina is a study to know what to do. Aitzah, it's from Chokhmah. You have a deep knowledge that you will not use today, maybe, but you get it. Tu as une connaissance profonde que tu vas pas peut-être utiliser tout de suite, et tu le gardes. People don't know how to keep their mouth. Why? What enters inside tells us how this will be used outside. Ce qui va être utilisé là, te dit de comment ça va sortir là. Not only that, so when you say to someone, you know what, you know what, I don't like the green. And the guy comes next day, take something green. Say, I thought yesterday, I don't like. But they don't care about what you say. They want to say things. Why? Because of the nutrition. Pourquoi? À cause de l'alimentation. What is a sod? C'est quoi un sod? We define it like, the highest level of Torah. Yes. Level 1, c'est niveau 1. But level 2, if I say to Abel Nathan, I don't like green, what I'm giving to him? A sod about me. Un secret à propos de moi. And what's happened if he doesn't pick it up? Qu'est-ce qui se passe s'il s'en fout? And the next day bring me everything green. I've give a sod, le vatala. So to connect also the final part of the Lacha 7 and the beginning here is that the wrongest way you have to feed yourself, the more you will reveal secret of Torah in the wrong way, or not keep the secret of people. What does it mean? Ça veut dire quoi? Plus tu t'alimentes de manière mauvaise, moins tu sais garder le secret des gens, et plus tu dévoiles les secrets de la Torah. People don't know how to keep secrets. Even yourself, if you see yourself that, why did I say that? I don't need. Couldn't keep quiet. But it was stronger than you. C'était plus fort que vous. You need to say it. What's happened behind? C'est faire l'écoutime. And we will go. C'est faire l'écoutime d'Afmen.
People are away from drink and food. Many give up, sell his out his secret.
Just underneath the talit. Underneath you, the talit.
You get a book.
No, please take this book. There's two books here.
And you
It's okay. I'll use the mes mains. Here, this one.
On va comprendre ce qu'il y a derrière cette halakha, pourquoi on a besoin de faire attention à ne pas manger de nourriture qui soit liée à la cuisson des non-juifs. Et pourquoi c'est relié à Shavuot? Parce qu'on parle de lait depuis tout à l'heure et de Torah. So we have to see now why we have to be careful about the food which have been cooked, produced by non-Jew, and why this is related to Shavuot, which is the connection between Torah and milk. Regardez ce qu'il dit on the right side on the bottom. Ve'inyan, and the topic is, le sujet il est qui kol asher itpashet mitzad hagvura na'aseh lemata klipa. Everything which came from the gvura, let's say that gvura is on the left side. If you ask to yourself, what is the klipa? Si tu te demandes, c'est quoi une klipa? Don't say klipa is the devil, klipa is the bad. This is kitale. On commence pas à dire, oui, la klipa, c'est le Satan. La klipa, c'est le mal. Ça, c'est pour les débutants. We have to be precise and technical. On doit être précis et technique. If someone comes and asks to you, okay, go to me, what is the klipa? Il te dit, décide-moi c'est quoi la klipa. Oh, you have to start it like this. You start, first of all, you draw the 10 sphirot. D'abord, tu dessines les 10 sphirot. Chochma, Bina, Dat, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Od, Yesod, Malchut. Tu dessines les 10 sphirot. And how do? You say, you know what? This is Gevura. Every time that something goes out from here and go down, it's become klipa. So what is the factory of klipot? Gvura. C'est quoi la fabrique de la klipot? C'est les gvura. This is knowledge. This is not feelings. On n'est pas dans les sentiments, on est dans la connaissance. C'est quoi la klipa? C'est ce qui sort de Gvura qui va vers le bas. What is klipa? It's something goes out from the Gvura and go the bottom. Si, ça veut tout dire. C'est-à-dire que si je sors de Gvura et je vais vers Tiferet, j'ai créé quoi? Une klipa.
Ouais, c'est vrai. Said no. Yeah. Let's go to this.
The answer is if we have something that goes from Gvura to Tiferet, so we created
בסדר. וזהו סוס פיתאה בדאבה, שהם שחורים, אמנם שורשה מגבורה, שהיא אדומה, ובהתפשטותם נעשית שחורה. So basically, this is the secret of the red and the black. Reddish means that you're in gvura, and the lower the reddish go, the blacker it becomes. Plus le rouge il descend, plus il devient noir. Après, il dit Zeu Shamar, Shachor, Adom, Ela Ashilaka. Omnam, Agvurot, Agvurot, Sheyordim Mitzad, Achesed, Em Adumim Leolam, Em Nefesh la Klipa. So he said, when things goes down from the left side, Gvura, here we move from red to black. Quand les choses elles descendent du côté de la Gvura, on passe du rouge, we move from red to black. C'est but il dit mais but אמנם הגבורות שיורדים מצד החסד. C'est but if we know that we have everything in everything, on a tout dans tout. If I have gvura inside of the chesed, this is chesed. One part of the chesed will be gvurot. So if this gvura goes down that way, si la gvura descend comme ça, what's happened? Things is gvura. So which color is it?
Red.
Things will be red. And what will be their aspect on the bottom?
Red.
Red.
Red also?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So what do I do with that red black and the red red? Qu'est-ce que je fais avec ce rouge qui devient noir et ce rouge qui est rouge? You see, this will be the klipa, ça va être la klipa. It will be black. La klipa en elle-même elle va être noire. And the soul of that klipa, les lames de cette klipa, will come from the right side, will be red. So what is the soul of the klipa? Gvurot de chesed. What is the body of the klipa? Gvurot de gvura. You get it? This is gvurot of chesed. And this is gvurot of gvurot. You get it? Avez compris? De quoi?
Même si on est à l'intérieur du pouvoir, on a la recette du pouvoir. Est-ce que c'est toujours red, rouge ou noir?
En fait, c'est toujours la partie gauche construit le corps, la partie droite construit l'intériorité.
Si la partie recette du pouvoir,
Ça sera toujours. Non, recette de Gvura.
de l'autre côté, on est dans
Non, on est dans les Gvurot de Gvura. Donc la partie gauche du date.
Mais dans la hâte, justement, la partie gauche, tout à l'heure, aussi, recette.
Lui, ce qu'il veut dire, c'est comme ça. Si dans la Gvurot, j'ai recette de Gvurot, Gvurot de Gvurot, tifer de Gvurot, tout ça, ça change rien si la Gvurot.
peu importe, mais même si c'est
Non, Vorot. Parce qu'on a besoin de dire que ça vient de date.
ce sera toujours, même si c'est-à-dire, ce sera le corps qui va être construit.
Exactement. So this is the klipa. C'est la klipa. So if I ask to you, Rabbi Nathan Hanan, Chesed, what is the color of Chesed for you? Yeah, yeah. Laban. White. So what is the white? So what is the Chesed? The milk. You get it? Where we go? Vous avez compris où on va?
Also the reason why in houses, those who are privileged to get the two basins, the bazaar is on the right.
Yeah.
But I saw someone in Cape Town is the opposite.
So if the milk is chesed, it's known. On sait que le milk, le lait, c'est chesed. You know that the milk is chesed. It represents kindness. What is shemen? What is the oil? C'est quoi l'huile? Oui,
Semaine, c'est comme la Torah, je pourrais dire, c'est la Chokma.
Toda. Oil, it's here in Chokhmah. Same line. So if I have in Chokhmah, I have in Chesed. Oil. What is the bread? C'est quoi le pain?
Bread is like, I would say, Chokma too.
Chokhmah. Lechem. Bread. Le pain, il est là aussi. And the last point is, what is cooked food? You see, because in the English text, dans le texte anglais, what do you have? They translate like this. They say cook food, right? The picture, page 15, Aleph. You see, it's right. Their bread and oil and their cooked food. So let's see in Hebrew. It says chalav shechelbo goy ve'en leIsrael. After he said, ro'em u'shelaku. So what is that? חלב שחלבו נוחי ואין ישראל רועהו. So, after we say, הפת, השמן שלהם. And they finished. You see? הפת והשמן שלהם. There's no cooked food. Il n'y a pas de nourriture cuisinée.
Shlakot. And the cooked foods.
So what's the term for cooked food?
Shlakot.
What is shlakot? C'est quoi shlakot?
The footnote here.
Yeah.
It's not also a definition of what cook food refers to.
Yes.
It's torched. I think in the Gemara, it doesn't have anything, but lakot, it's like
Tzadikim, even internet, if you can, what is Shlakot?
doesn't have more effects, doesn't it?
C'est quoi Shlakot, Rabbi?
C'est ce que j'essaie de, là, j'essaie de vous emmener. Je veux savoir ce que vous comprenez dans ce mot-là. Ici, ou Shlakot. They understood the Mefarshim, they say this is cooked food. So I'm asking to you, how come?
Yeah, because lakot is roasting. Lakot, it's roasting.
It's what?
It's roasting.
That is roasting.
Klui is you have the beef, you roast it. On the
So what
oven.
is the shin doing here?
Is the
I will help you. Let's finish. It's like this. Go in the Zera Likutim. What is the word used to express that the red become black? C'est quoi le mot utilisé pour dire que le rouge il devient noir?
it's about shutam.
No,
Nasid shachor.
no.
Shall the red become black?
Yeah, what is the word used? From the Maseret Nida. Fourth line. Shachor Adam ou et là Shlaka. What is Shlaka in plural? Shlakot. So it's cooked food or it's something else we're talking about? But Serenida tells you that when the red become black, it's called shlaka. What is shlaka? It's here. What is this? It's the body. So yes, it kind of dash. It's kind of like cooked food. It's finished. The body is finished. If I give to you all new souls, if you have only spirituality, what's happened? You have nothing concrete. But if now it's settled, it's cooked, shlaka. We have many words to say cooked food. You can say ochel mevushal. We saw mevushal all the text before. Why you do shlaka? What you do shlaka? For this. Shlakot mean the transformation from red to black to create the body of the klipa. What is that? It's kind of final food. It's finally cooked because when you eat it, you eat something concrete, right? Meaning that here, this is, according to the code of our sage, cooked food. Somebody say now. He said, so it said basically the klipa will be a mix of the gvurot from milk, oil, bread, right side, mixed with the shlakot. What is the shlaka? It's the transformation from red to black, which is cooked food. Après, il dit, שירדו ונשברו הכלים, והם בחיות לזרע, ובתוכם מנזוזות הקדושה, שירדו ונשברו. So he said, inside of this klipa, you have one spark of kedusha. שנשברו הכלים והם מבבאה. So what does this? What is this? This is Vav. Hey, what is that? Zayin Nukva. Il dit Vav Chayot Zachar, Hey Chayot Lenekeva. Vav to give to the masculine, the Vav donne connaissance masculin, le Hey Nekeva. Shela Klipa. The Klipa. Donc Shadam égale Sod. Oh, you see? When a man reveals Sod, les Chayavim, to people don't deserve, quand même, il dévoile le Sod à quelqu'un qui ne mérite pas, Gorem, Shehu Mizdaveg, Him, Ahe, Begilui. Ve'em Notlim, Achitzonim. So see what's happened when you reveal secrets to people who don't deserve it, the Vav and He, they have Yichud in public. You want to talk now? All the people who one day their life, they had Yichud outside. What do you think what's happened to them? Tous les gens qui à un moment ont eu des accouplements dans la rue, dehors, dans des parcs, in the park, street, what's happened to them? The bread they eat, the oil they eat, and the milk they drink, and how it was shlaka. That's it. The spirituality of that means that you gave Sod outside. What will be happening in your life? See? Kadosh, you cannot hide. Just 1 second, Afsaka, I'll just go get a kid. And we finish in 10 minutes, sorry. We have to give time and space to all the questions. And I know that in Europe and America, you have time. We are on a rush. So what's happened? What did we understand is that we have milk, chesed, oil, chokhmah, bread, chokhmah. All these, when you try to make it nutrition, to eat, quand tu fais l'alimentation, ça s'appelle Shlakot, meaning you transform it from red to black. And these, meaning milk, oil, bread, chalav, shemen, pat, shlakot, create klipot. Is it only for the bad or is it also for the good? Est-ce que c'est pour le bien ou c'est aussi pour le mal? What's the purpose of klipa? Is it good or is it bad? What do you mean, klipa? Good or bad? Bad. Abiyah, what do you think?
It is good. Depends how you use it.
So klipa is
It's good.
It's both.
It's like an orange. It's like an orange.
Both. It's both.
Depends how you use it.
So what's the difference between good and bad in the aspect of klipa? All this system exists on the left side, and all of the system exists on the right side. Meaning, we have chokhmah of bina, we have chesed of gvura. Meaning, the bread, the oil, and the milk can come from the left side, from the chokhmah inside of the bina. What is that? Non-Jews food. Bad klipa. That one will expose you in everything. Donc tout ça, ce système-là existe de droite comme à gauche. C'est-à-dire quoi? Dans le bon comme dans le mauvais. La dimension de Chokhmah et de Chesed, je peux le trouver dans la ligne gauche. Meaning, c'est-à-dire quoi? Ce Chokhmah-là, où il y a l'huile et le pain, where you have bread and oil, can be here. That Chesed, where you have milk, can be here. So when I use only this line, bread, oil, milk, and I pass it by the Shlakot, what's happened? I create the klipa which exposed you. Yichud outside, giving Sod, and teaching Torah to people who, teaching Sod of Torah, people don't know it. In the other side, if I use bread, oil, and milk, Shamour, les Israël, j'utilise le pain, l'huile et le lait gardés par Israël, what's happened? I create a good klipa. Je crée une bonne klipa. Like the shell around the banana. If I give you a banana without shell, you will eat it? No. Comme la peau de banane. Si je te donne une banane sans klipa, tu ne manges pas. This side, meaning kosher food, proper kosher food, will always bring you to build healthy klipot. The klipot which put the crown on your head. La klipa qui met cette couronne dans ta tête. What is the secret of this free timeline? I will help you. Yes. We have to go fast. Yes. What is the bread? Matzah. What is the oil? Chokhmah. Pirkei Avot. What is the milk? Shavuot. Oh. What is the shelaka of the right side? The meal of Shavuot. C'est quoi le pain? Matzah. C'est quoi l'huile? Pirkei Avot. C'est quoi le lait? Shavuot, on a dit, la Torah. C'est quoi le plat cuisiné? C'est les repas de Shavuot. Basically, we go back again and again on the same topic. On repart dans le même sujet. You are very careful from Pesach to Shavuot. What's happened? You will know how to build very good klipot for you all the year. You will not follow the trap of milk non-kosher, non-Jew, oil non-Jew, bread non-Jew. Tu ne tomberas pas dans cette erreur-là. You will be kept. Tu seras gardé. And your Torah will not be exposed. Et ta Torah ne sera pas exposée. How? We're going to see it next week. On verra ça la semaine prochaine. Any question? Because he told all the purpose of Kadeshim to you, how to be Kadosh. It's with that. Yes.
What is the relationship between the chesed, which is a symbol of milk, Shavuot, and the relationship thereof with the Gerim, because it says on Shavuot, we read also the book of Ruth, who is a convert. I'm trying to generalize it. What could be the relationship is? Are we, by coming to, converting to Judaism, could it be considered as a chesed?
It's like this. The Gerim, they are in the Shlakot because it's cooked. Malchut, the food, become black, right? The color of the Malchut, convert. So basically, the connection between this, what you said, and Shavuot, is that the purpose of Shavuot is to have proper meals, which shall be Shlakot permit. They are the Gerim. After you can say bread, oil, and milk, there are also an aspect of Israel, Levi, and Cohen.
Est-ce que c'est possible de remonter, passer de noir à rouge?
En fait,
c'est un système qui va en bas jusqu'à
En fait, ce n'est pas un mauvais système. C'est juste un système qui peut être utilisé pour le bien ou pour le mal. On a besoin, en fin de compte, le Kohen a besoin de cuire la viande du korban. Donc, en fait, la notion de Shlakot, elle est nécessaire parce que c'est ce qui fait le manger des Kohanim. La question, en fait, c'est comment on fait. Est-ce qu'on le fait du côté gauche ou du côté droit?
Et aussi, on va parler
du verre. Ça, c'est le next week gonna talk about. Baruch Adonai Olam, amen et amen. Il y a des questions sur Internet ou c'est bon?
Oh, c'est bon, Rabbi.
Baruch Hashem. Sorry for the time. Désolé pour l'heure.
Send it further to the group.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi Elazar. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you very much. Rabbanit Emuna, Rabbanit Anava,
Merci, Rabbi.
Rabbanit Sarit, Rabbanit Zissi, Zohar, Rabbat Tzadikim.
Thank you.
Rabbat Tzadikim.